Hi friends, welcome to your morning CARS mobility routine. CARS stands for Controlled Articular Rotations. It entails taking major joints in your body through their greatest, safest range of motion. This routine will help you not only maintain the range of motion your joints already have, but potentially expand it. Before we get started, I'd like to share three main concepts that we will be using while doing CARS. Number one, at no point of this routine should you feel pain, and more specifically, closing angle pain. I will give you an example. When we're doing neck CARS, and let's say you're tipping your head towards your right shoulder, and you feel that pinchy, almost painful sensation on the right side of your neck. This is the closing angle of your neck. When you feel the stretch sensation, just things moving, it doesn't feel painful on the other side of the joint, on the opening angle, this is okay. If you do experience this pain or unfamiliar discomfort, I want you to back off out of that range and stay within your pain-free range of motion. Number two, maintaining full body tension. Imagine you want to open a jar of pickles and it's really, really tight. What would you do? You would use your full body strength and tension to try and open it. This is what we want while doing CARS, but at a much lower intensity. I'll give an example. When we're going to be doing your shoulder CARS, what I want you to do is to ground your feet. I want you to tense up your core and imagine that you're moving through the air that's 20% thicker, meaning you can't just do this, you actually need to drag your arms up, irradiating a little bit more tension through the entire body. This will make your CARS much more effective. And finally, number three, my range of motion might not be your range of motion, and vice versa. The goal of CARS is to take your joints through their greatest and safest range of motion, meaning this range is going to be different for everybody. I'll give an example. When we're going to be doing the hip CARS, if my heel can go up this high, but you can't do this without compensating, you don't need to push yourself there. You don't need to use the compensations to achieve that extra range of motion. So if your range for the moment is here or here or here, this is totally fine. What you're trying to do is to achieve your greatest range of motion. Now, let's begin your routine. Let's get your feet hip width apart, arms out to the sides. Imagine you're holding something heavy in your arms, pulling shoulders away from the ears. We're going to begin with the neck. Tip your nose down towards your sternum. Now, your nose is going to go towards your left shoulder. You're going to draw the biggest pain-free circle, looking up towards the ceiling. Now your nose is going to come towards your right shoulder and all the way back down. We're going to do 3 more repetitions in this direction. What you really want to make sure is that your shoulders, your rib cage, stay completely still. You don't want to compensate in any other part of your body. Very good. At your own pace, 1 more repetition. Very good. And now let's switch the direction. And by the way, friends, if you're starting moving in the other direction, that's totally fine. We're just doing 4 to 5 repetitions for each direction for some of the CARS. Very good. Finish your 4th rep. Feel that nice stretch on the sides of the neck. Great. Moving on to your T-spine and lower back CARS. Right hand is going to come onto your left shoulder and left hand is going to come onto your right shoulder. We're going to flex forward as much as we can without spilling the hips. Now, what I mean by that, imagine that your hips is a bucket of water. You don't want to spill it forward. You don't want to spill it back. We're staying completely neutral. Now, flexing as much as you can. We're going to rotate to your right as much as you can. Now, we're going to spill out of the right shoulder, tilting to your right, and then drag that upper body all the way back until your left shoulder spills. Now bring it back down to rotation and flex. 3 more. Rotate, spill. This is called side bend. All the way back, arch through your lower back, T-spine without moving through the hips. Good. Bend to the left, rotate back down. 2 more. Spill, arch, spill out of that left shoulder, return back forward. Very good. 1 more. Very good. Now switch. Twist to your left, spill out of the left, arch all the way back without moving the hips. Very good. Remember, we're maintaining 20% full body tension. Drive your feet into the ground, squeeze the glutes, tense up your abs. You can grab your shoulders with your hands as well. Very good. 2 more. This is the last one. Finish at your own pace. Great. For shoulder blade cars, we're going to bring arms out by your sides. The middle fingers are going to be in the middle of your body, and they're going to stay in that line. They're not going to move forward. They're not going to move back. We're going to shrug as much as we can. Pull the shoulder blades together. Bring them back down. Now from here, we're going to spread the shoulder blades as much as you can. So roll those shoulders forward before going back up into the shrug and back. As you can see, my middle fingers are staying on that seam. They're not moving forward or back. You're trying to isolate the shoulder blade and not move through your shoulder joint. Very good. 1 more. All the way back. This is great. Now we're going to reverse. We're going to start by pulling shoulder blades back and together into the shrug. Pull them apart, bring them all the way down, and then start a new circle. Good. And 2 more. If you feel like you started slouching, get back into that tall position. Good. And 1 more. Great. For shoulders, we're going to do both arms at the same time. Rotate your arms out as much as you can. Imagine that you want to show me your bicep. Bring them towards the middle of your body. Reach up towards the ceiling without arching through the low back. And then reach back and rotate in as much as you can so your pinkies are facing forward. Extend back. Reverse. Bring it back down. Good. We're going to do 3 more repetitions. Up. Reach back and twist in as much as you can, fighting for the biggest circle. You might notice that your 3rd and 4th circles are a bit bigger. That's very good. You keep fighting for that greatest, safest circle you can achieve. Good. 1 last one. In, maintain full body tension, 20%. Reach back, in, stand out. Good. All the way down. Moving on to the elbow cars. Elbows are going to be tucked by your sides. I want your elbow pit, your bicep, to always face forward to avoid compensations. We're going to rotate forearms out as much as you can. Flex. Rotate down as much as you can so your palms are facing down. Bring it back all the way down. Rotate out. Flex. Down. And all the way down by your sides. Very good. Again, air is 20% thicker, my friends, especially on the movements like this for your elbow joint when it doesn't feel all that hard. Try your best to make it hard by reinforcing that full body tension. Very good. We're going to do 2 more. Down. One last one at your own pace. Down. For wrist cars, we're going to keep the elbows tucked and hands are going to be in the fist. We're going to tilt those pinky fingers towards the inner part of your forearm. We're going to draw almost an oval shape with your wrist. You will notice how challenging it is to do without engaging your forearms, without rotating in or out. So do your best. Great. Need a lot of concentration here, not to compensate anywhere else in the body. Good. Continue squeezing those fists for full body tension. And now reverse. Good. Your thumb is going to come towards the outer part of your forearm and then back into the center. Good. You should be sweating a little bit here, friends, if you're really trying to concentrate on only moving your wrist and nothing else. 2 more. One more. For hip cars, I recommend that you're holding onto some stable surface. It can be your couch, it can be a wall, it can be the desk. In my case, I'm going to be holding onto 2 dowels. I'm going to bring them out to the sides. We're going to begin with the left leg. It's going to stay straight for now. We're going to bring it in towards the middle of your body, towards the right side, as much as possible. The knee is going to begin to bend. Heel is going to start coming up as high as you can. We're going to bring that leg out to the side, open the door as much as you can. When you run out of range, heel is going to go up, knee is going to naturally come down. We're going to do a little kick, extend that hip, reverse into where we started. Way down, bring it back in. 3 more reps. Just showing the side view here for you guys. Making sure that your lower back, your entire upper body, stay completely still, especially when you're doing this little kick. And reversing. Good. Heel up. And then all the way down. 2 more. Good. Stay focused. Very nice. Grab that ground with the right foot. 1 more rep. At your own pace. Fight to avoid any compensations. We're isolating this movement in your hip joint. Way down. Very good. Let's switch the sides. In as much as you can. Drag that heel up. All the way out to the side. Open that door. Rotate in. A little kick back. Reverse. Bring it back down. Very good. 3 more. Each circle is controlled. Very nice. 1 more. Try to maintain my pace. Good. Stand back. Oops. And finish well. Very good. For knee cars, we're going to bring that left foot off the floor. We're going to rotate that shin out as much as you can. Flex the knee. We're going to rotate the shin in as much as you can. Extend back out. Here you can see how my shin rotates in. That's where I finish. Now I rotate out. Flex again. Rotate in. Extend back out. Flex. Rotate in. Bring it back out. Try to isolate this movement in your shin, in your knee. Try not to use your hip to induce that rotation. Good. One more rep. Out, down, in, extend. Switch the sides. You might find that it's easier for you to keep the knee slightly flexed. This will make it easier for you to rotate that shin, so you don't need to lock the knee out. Very good. We're going to do two more. In, flex, rotate out. Very good. One more. We're going to finish with your ankle cars, so you can still hold onto that stable surface for balance. Leg is going to come off the ground. We're going to bring those toes towards your shin as much as you can. Now we're going to begin drawing that big circle with your big toe into flexion, all the way down, and finish the circle. Very good. Again, you're trying to isolate that ankle joint as much as possible. Don't let your hips move. Don't let your knee move. Just like with the wrists, we need a lot of intention and focus to isolate this joint. Very good. Now you can switch the direction. You can go out first. Down, in. Very good. We're going to do three more in this direction. I'm definitely sweating by now because of the concentration and focus it takes. Very good. Switch the sides. You can begin by rotating in, then out to the side, back where we started. Once you're comfortable with it, you don't need to stare at it. Just feel that circular motion. Good. Your toes might be doing weird things. That's okay. Very good. And now we're going to switch the direction. Two. And one more. Very good. All right, my friends, we're done with your morning cars routine. I do recommend that you make it part of your each single morning routine. Just like brushing your teeth, just like flossing them, this is your joint hygiene. And I do recommend that you do it every single morning. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.